Hello and welcome to today's LOL Esports Round Up. We're going to cover the video. Hello and welcome to today's LOL Esports Roundup. We're going to cover the news from the last couple days as teams decide to make some more player moves as the offseason continues. We have 4 teams here. There are a couple other little moves like Lele leaving RNG as an example. He was still under contract at the support role. Otherwise, everything else is just typical free agency stuff. Like people say, oh, why isn't the Shy on the list? Well, he was already a free agent. You shouldn't have been shocked that he left Weibo. He hasn't been on Weibo for 2 weeks now. So, FlyQuest have signed Quad. So Jensen has been signed, but now they've brought in Quad. Played with Nongshim Red Force last year. Had taken a year off prior to that. Supposedly a Cassiopeia one trick and solo queue. He struggled with Nongshim. Fiesta taking the job. 1.6 KDA, 8 CS per minute, 64 KP. These numbers suck. 348 gold per minute, under 21% of gold. 386 damage per minute, only 23% of damage. He struggled mightily. Down 425 gold, 13 CS, 445 XP, only 4 solo kills, and 5 champions played in 12 games. This is definitely a puzzling move because, in my opinion, Jensen is better than Quad. So, if this is a move to have a player for the future, I guess, but he's like 21 years old already. I think he's a 2002 birthday. So, with that in mind, it's really a puzzling move, to say the least, as they brought in Bwipo, inspired, and, brought up an 80 carry. Maybe you should have went and got, I don't know, if you wanted a Korean import, go get a Korean import 80 carry. That's, sitting out there. Samdi, unemployed right now, last I checked. I would have taken Samdi. So, that's a thing. Team World Elite have made a couple moves. A couple players left, and we'll get into that. But they've brought in Wayward, Fofo, and Prince. So Wayward played with Top Esports last year. Had a 3.3 KDA, 7.7 CS per minute, 55.3 KP. These numbers include both spring and summer. Majority of the time in spring, he was the backup behind Ching Tian. 369 gold per minute, 20% of gold, 433 damage per minute, under 20% of damage. So the return on investment when it comes to share, not really there. 12 champions in 67 games. I do think he's better than how he played last year, but at the same time, I am starting to temper my expectations. I do think he's better than Cube, though. Not a ton, but slightly. Fofo played with EDG. These numbers are actually meh when you take into account that he played Jace like 22 of the 112 games. Like, he was a carry-oriented mid the majority of the time. 4.5 KDA, 8.3 CS per minute, 70.6 KP. So he was playing carry-oriented champions in a facilitator style when it came to getting involved and dropping the resources. 393 gold per minute, under 22% of gold, but did deal the damage, and that's redeeming. So 620 damage per minute is 27.2% of damage, which is, you could argue, the primary carry at times. Now, of course, EDG went through a few different 80 carries, but Fofo continued to deal damage throughout. 16 champions in 112 games. One has to wonder if he had actually gotten more farm, more gold, how much better off EDG would have been. And then lastly, Prince. So Prince coming from FlyQuest after spending time with Live Sandbox the year prior. 4 KDA, 9.8 CS per minute, 65.4 KP. When you take into account this was in the LCS, you would like them to be higher. 454 gold per minute, which is over 25% of gold. 597 damage per minute, 28% of damage. So primary carry alongside Vikla on that team. 10 champions in 48 games. It was a tire fire that ended in disappointment. Prince really dropping off when he was not alongside Cal. And we'll see who his support ends up being with Team Wii, because I think Iwandi is a free agent. Anyone's legend. So the Team Wii have Fofo and Prince. So that means their mid laner and 80 carry go somewhere, and they went to anyone's legend. So Shanks, I think Shanks is excellent. He was in my top 5 in spring. Just released that video yesterday. The T1 fans are in a tizzy in the comment section. 3.9 KDA, 8.8 CS per minute, 65.7 KP. I think Shanks is excellent. 415 gold per minute is 23% of gold, 608 damage per minute, 28% of damage. And you're going to see he and Hope kind of shared the carry role on Team Wii last year. 19 champions, 85 games. Now Hope left a little bit to be desired in the farm department. 3.7 KDA, but only 9.3 CS per minute. 71 KP, so very involved. The team fought around the bot lane. 443 gold per minute, 635 damage per minute, so 24.5% of the team's gold and 28.6% of the damage. So when you take into account, he was getting, what, 30 times, he was getting a decent amount of gold, more than Shanks per game. Now, without getting the farm, so he's getting kills and things like that to find ways to get gold. But only 11 champions played, only slightly more damage. We'll see with anyone's legend what pans out. They have not announced topside and support yet. And then lastly, ThunderTalk have allowed Wanfang to leave. Wanfang was still under contract despite losing his job to 1XN, which I believe shouldn't have happened. But regardless, there are rumors that he has role swapped to support. I don't think he needs to do that. He should be a starting AD carry in the LPL. These numbers are mostly from spring. 4.9 KDA, 9.7 CS per minute, 56.5 KP, so very solo dolo in the bot lane on his own. Splitting time between Yuyanja and Yao Yao. I think that was a big reason why ThunderTalk had problems. Not necessarily the AD carry. I don't think Yuyanja is very good, so pairing Yuyanja with Wanfang was just setting him up for failure. 427 gold per minute is 24% of gold, 551 damage per minute, 26% of damage. You would like more damage, though. I will be honest about that. 13 champions in 46 games. We'll see if he can find a home at the end of, the end of this. I mean, I really think back to Elk. Elk is now in a great spot with BLG, but last year he played with Ultra Prime and looked like garbage. So, if he has an opportunity to play, on a team at the last minute that's not very good, this will be an off year for Wanfang, and maybe in 2025 he'll have a better chance. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.